Alright. Dahil lang ha. Check lang tayo dito. Welcome lahat. Ayusin ko lang muna yung settings natin. Yung playback natin. Medyo pwede natin bilisan ng konti. Ayan. Para pwede natin may play. Good. Then, ilalagay din natin ito sa... Saan ba to? Yun, dito. Copy lang natin muna saglit yung playback natin. Ayan, yung ating link. Copy. Kasi kailangan natin itong maipadala sa ating mga patron, no? Patron members. Update. Here's the link. Paste. Good. Notify. Alright, so live tayo. Today, saglitan lang to dahil may gagawin tayo. Hopefully, we can finish this. Kaya ba? Siguro at mga 30 minutes. Then, pinpublic na natin to para rin alam niyo kung ano nangyari. Pero more on update naman talaga ito sa paper natin. Especially yung ating ongoing trade plan. Yun. And ano yung mga dapat na makita o gawin? O ano dapat yung mga gawin ninyo, no? Dito. At kung sakaling hindi magmamaterialize, nakikita na ninyo kung ano ang mga adjustments na kinakailangan, kung magbe-break even ba kayo or 'di ba? Maliit na panalo or partial sell or sell all. Uy, English please, sabi ni Abiodon Yusok. Okay. Thank you so much, Abiodon. So we just opened, no? We just started our live stream. Thank you for the request. Pasensya na to my fellow Filipino, but you know, 'di ba, most Filipinos, I think, diba? 99% of Filipinos can understand English. So, we will discuss, at least for now, we will speak English language, at least for this live stream. Okay, so thank you so much for your request, Abiodon Yusuf. Abiodon Yusuf, how did you learn about our page? So, since you're watching right now via Facebook, and are you also a member of our Patreon group? Yeah, just in case, because if you're a member of our of our community, Patreon community, then I really have to discuss, no, all these technical details in English language. All right. So hopefully we can finish this in 30 minutes. This is going to be just an update of our trade plan that was posted yesterday, or I'm not sure if it was last night, or definitely it was yesterday. And anyway, so yesterday, have you seen already, or have you participated in our live webinar yesterday? So I'll check here in our page. I posted this yesterday morning, I guess. Let me see here. Okay. So as you can see, more than about a day ago, but let us refresh this page. Okay, so for those who are watching right now, kindly share, hit the like button, as well as the react button, and share this to your friends, to your groups, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to share this. Give me a couple of minutes, or at least a minute, to share this. Okay, sorry to our friends, maybe you're wondering why I'm speaking in English, because there's a request from one of our viewers right now to discuss in English. So I'm also going to so kindly share. All right. So so yesterday or last night, we had a webinar. And we discussed about the combination of SMC as well as our harmonic price action. So I think we lasted for about 2 hours. So we just discuss these subtopics, covering the order blocks and balances, and displacements, liquidity ranges, wipe off fractals, strategies, impulses, etc., etc. But those are just more on introduction. Okay, so we will be following it up with series of webinars that we will specifically discuss all these subtopics. Okay, and we will be starting next week. It could be by this weekend, especially now is March 1. Today is a renewal of our Patreon. So there could be some, or there could be lots of members of Patreon that will be having difficulty in renewing their subscription membership. So we'll just have to wait for them. Alright, so let me know. Don Kim, a good day to you. Don Carl, Regala, a good PM to you. Don Carl, ikaw ba yung nag-message sa akin last night? Ayan. I think that was already around 4 in the morning, no? 4 a.m. And I said that I'm about to sleep, sorry, so I cannot entertain his message. Well, anyway, so going now to our trade plan. Trade plan. Open. So we'll focus our discussion with this, and I think we will cover, no? Basically, when we discuss some alts or some alts in crypto, most of the time that's usually also the sentiments, no, of other altcoins. So view. All right, okay. So initially, this is our trade plan, no, for Phantom, for FTM, no. We noticed that there's a break of structure from this one. Okay, this is our previous range. All right, and the price already at this level, at this point, but we noticed that there's already a break of structure here, the price already here, and it retested this previous support level inside the range, and we noticed that it also made a breakout or breakdown, no? Breakout. It's the same thing of this one. So we said that most probably, if that's the case, since this is our range, and we found out that there is an imbalance here and an order block at this level. Of course, we have an order block at this level. Alright, but I'm going to discuss why this is important, no? Why this is important, and once we enter around this level, that we really have to set or follow our stop loss at this level, and we're not going to entertain the order block at this level, because I believe personally, based on my analysis, that once the price breaks out of this one, actually even at this level, but I just consider this order block, that once it breaks out of this one, at least our harmonic price action will be violated. I'm going to discuss why. No? So if the price will break out of this one, close at this level, most probably the price will continue to move up. Let me read, no, our trade plan exercise. So I said here, based on this not this one, based on this screenshot, I mentioned that Phantom made a bullish breakout, no, breakout of structure, or break of structure when it made a new range. So this is what I'm telling you, right? From here, from this range, it made a breakout of the structure. All right, so our candles close above this one, this previous range, and that also signifies, or one of the basis now, not the only basis, but one of the basis that the market could be bearish. All right, so that's why we said that potentially there could be just a temporary bear trap or bear move. We're looking at the most at this level, but just in case if this will hold up, most probably at down to here for our partial sell or TP1, and the market could either move down here then move up, or just move back to this level then move up. If the price will break out of this level and closes above this order block, most probably the market may continue to move, no, higher. All right, what else? Okay, and this may start a bullish trend, at least for short term, no? With that, it is possible that it will make a bear trap, which is and that will be our short practice trade opportunity once it makes a bear trap or makes a bearish move. And with that, we combine that with our harmonic price action. The chart is forming a 5-0 pattern. At this point, it already completed the chart pattern. No? Chart pattern is or can be converted into 5-0 pattern. So we have an X, A, B, C, D. We have 618, 619, which is usually a good limit for a chart pattern. We have a good point C at this level. Our BC extension is 1665. The minimum requirement for this is usually what? 1618. And since this is a 113 or extended chart pattern, as you know, no, our chart pattern could be at 113 or 0.886. This is already at 118. Okay, that's already qualified for the 113. Then this could be the maximum of our chart pattern. Now, if the market will continue to be bearish or at least no make a bearish or a bear trap move, it could form a what? 5-0 pattern. X, A, B, C, D. 5-0 pattern will be at this one, which is actually a 50% of leg BC, because this is going to be an ABCD pattern, a reciprocal ABCD pattern. A, B, C, then completion will be at this level. If the price will move continually up more than this 50 level or at least the 618% level, then most likely it's not a 5-0 pattern, it's merely a chart pattern. And if that will happen, then the price may continue to move up. So that's why we said if the price will qualify or reach up to this level and mitigate some of the imbalances in the order block, then the price may move down, okay, equal low, then it could proceed down to this level. And if that's going to happen, then most probably we're going to have a bad pattern at this point. And alright, now, so since last night, and with that one, when I discussed this last night, I said that okay, there's an opportunity for a long, because from here I think the price went down to at least 1.56 level about a couple of times when I was discussing it. And I read from the comment section that some of our members made an execution for a long trade. No, it's up to them. No, I'm not telling them to do that, but of course, it's once if they're able to perform their own analysis and they think that there's really a chance for this to happen, then also made an sit at this level and execute my short trade. When I observe a white off at a, what did I use? I think 2 minute or 3 minute, 3 minute or 1 minute time frame. Actually, it was a successful white off pattern that could potentially really move down the market. But I'm going to discuss now, even though we are successful on a lower time frame on our white off, it's only successful on that lower time frame. If that's successful on a lower time frame, for example, on a 1 minute time frame, then we have to observe, is it also going to be successful at 3 minute time frame, at 5 minute time frame? It's making a series of higher highs, or higher lows. What you have to notice or to observe is that on its last higher highs or last higher lows, and when it made a successful white off schematic or scheme, of course, it was only successful on that last higher lows or higher highs, and it has to continue to move to the next. It could be now, since that's potentially the last higher lows, then we will be there's going to be now a lower low. It has to have a lower low. If that's not going to happen, then we have to check again. I'm going to discuss this right now. Okay, so what else? Yeah, and if that will happen, our stop loss will be at around 1.65. TP1, partial TP, TP2 will be at this level. Alright, let's see the actual chart. Okay, so we use what time frame? This one. We use a 2-hour time, no, not a 2-hour time frame. We use a 1-hour time frame in our screenshot. So let's go to 1-hour time frame. So here it is. So originally, so if we're going to look at this, try to disregard this first. Alright? So we said that, okay, that we will potentially have this. This one. So this is the shark pattern, no? The initial shark pattern here. Sorry, not this one. But I have to remove this part and then maybe use this one. And let me delete. Alright. Let me check the shark pattern that we use. This one, as well as this one, as well as this one. So we were successful with this. And this is exactly 118. As you can see, this is also 118. So that's the exact pattern that we use. Maybe we can make this a little bit darker. Right. Okay. So basically, this is a shark pattern. No? So you might ask, no, why did I use this? Why didn't I use this? We can actually use this one, but of course, upon seeing and when we use this order block at this for our point X, so we can see that we already have a successful shark pattern with this one. No? It doesn't make sense if we're going to use this level. We have a good BC extension for this one, for this extension of 1665, but we are still at the 0.754. So in order for this to be completed, we have to at least have a XA fib of 0.886. So it has to be at this level, 886. At least, no? At least. Then, of course, we know that it will also move down to this level. But since during our screenshot, the price was at this level already, so we said that the shark pattern is already established, no? So there's no sense for us to use this as our order block for our shark pattern, because the price already stopped at this level and already making some sort of a wipe off at this one, no? Selling pressure, preliminary support, then selling climax, AR, then ST, then a test, then a spring. After a spring, a liquidation of grab at this level, a test of spring, LPS, then last point of support, then it move up already, no? It doesn't always happen like that, no? After this one, there could be another wipe off of this one, but fortunately, so after this one, it moved up to this level, and this is where we actually execute, no, our long trade last night. Though we don't have a long trade exercise for that one, but at least it's included in our analysis that if the price will make a reversal after that one, of course there has to be a long move or a bullish move. Okay, so as you can see, no, this actually, the X part is the tricky part in all of harmonic pattern. Okay, so if you're going to use this as your point X for your harmonic pattern, then you will be at loss. You might be thinking that this is not yet enough, this is not yet our point D, then you might put your point D at this level, and this is going to be your basis of OB. But as you can see, no, it's already establishing at this level. So if just try to think of it, apply some practicality. The difference between this one and this one is not really that much. Alright, so it doesn't make sense for this, okay, for this to really stay, or for this to continue this only at this level. What could really happen is that this could extend even below, or at least at the maximum BC extension of 2.24. Sorry, this is going to be, this is very technical, because the real purpose of this is to discuss all this to our Patreon members who already studied, diba, our courses. But if you're new in our page, alright, at least this is something that you're going to anticipate, or at least look forward what you're going to learn in our training courses. Alright, So if this is going to be our X, then this is going to be our OB, then the price has to at least reach this level, and the maximum of BC extension is 2.24. Let's see where the 2.24 will lead us. Okay, it's already below our OB level, or at least at this big OB part, no? But with it, no, with this, it doesn't really make sense, since at least, diba, there's a lot of accumulation or consolidation at this level. So with that, we said that, alright, this is our X instead of this one. This is the OB that we're going to use. This is already established. Alright, and the price could reach up to this level. Alright, because if that's going to happen, following the 5-0 pattern and reciprocal ABCD, alright, here, okay, the reciprocal ABCD is this one, to this one, and as you can see, this is about 1618, so we are looking for about 618, okay, yeah, 618, around about this one, 635, that's just a round off, or at least 50%, no? 50% of this BC extension. Why? What's happening here? Okay, so that's good. And this one actually is supposed to be this level as well. And this one also has to be here. And there's one more that's also there. Okay, so we move everything here. Alright. Okay, so we have a reciprocal ABCD at this level. Then that's going to be a perfect 5-0 pattern. And let's see the 50% of that one. It's also between 50% to 618%, but preferably 50%. Okay. At this point, this is already at the 60%, but the ideal is around this level. Alright? But the exact AB equals CD of this one is and should be at around this part. Okay, so that's why we have our entry at around 1.71, and our cut loss will simply be at the break of this order block. Alright, okay, and of course, although that's 50%, but exact AB's this is the 50%, exact AB's equals C, this is the 50%, and the exact AB's equals CD is near 618%, then that's okay. But when the price is already moving up to this level, alright, so we have some doubts already when that was happening, no? But still, that's also acceptable. Alright, so if you entered here, then your loss will only be at this level. But as I mentioned, no, this is only a guide, because during that time we don't know yet, no, we don't have any idea yet of where the price is. Okay, but once we see that the price is approaching or approaching our entry level, then that's the time that we will. So for example, so if we're using here 1 hour time frame, we can use 2-minute time frame, no? I'm not sure if you already know. Then whatever time frame we observe our structure, then we have to use an equivalent of 30 times or divide it by 30 times. So if this is 1 hour, then we can divide by 30. Okay, 60 minutes divided by 30 is 2 minutes. So we have to use 2 minutes here. So I'll just add 2 minutes. Okay, and add. And we're going to observe what is happening at the 2 minutes, no? So when the price is already at our entry level, although our stop loss is at around 1.76, then we have to observe now what is happening here. So we have, let's say, buying climax, preliminary supply, then buying climax, ST, preliminary supply, then buying climax, then automatic rally, then ST, Then after that ST, this one ST equal high. Then we have a UT. All right. If we're going to okay, UT. All right. Then after UT, there's going to be a test. Then it has to now move down and create some LPSY, or sign of weakness. But instead, what happened? It continued and actually made another. Okay, at this point, no, what we're going to do is we just have to make an adjustment. All right. So we just have to make an adjustment. Since we look at this at the 1 hour time frame, so maybe we can check at the 2 hour time frame. Instead of 2 minutes, we can use what? 4 minutes. And let's see what we can observe at 4 minutes. I don't have 4 minutes here. I'm just going to show you, no, what happened, what could most of you do once you observe that this is happening. All right. So with the 4 minutes, all right. Let me check again. Let's go to 2 hours. No? So 2 hours times 60 minutes divided by 30. 2 hours times 60 minutes divided by 30. So that's 4 minutes. So we are good, no? So, and we have a good. Actually, it's not really that good. There's really nothing we can see here with the with this one. But anyway, so let's try to use the 4 minutes. No, because by downsizing, no, reducing or lowering our time frame to 30 times of our higher time frame, so that will give us, or at least it will give our chart enough time to form, okay, our wipe off, which is going to be our basis if we're going to execute for example, like this one, execute a short trade. Then we can identify the nearest, okay, stop loss, so that we don't have to exit at the original 1.765 stop loss, because that's going to be costly. Yeah? So for example, at this one, so we could say that this is now our preliminary supply. Then this could be our buying climax. Then auto rally. Then ST. Okay. This could be an ST. Then this could be a UT. Okay, this could be a UT. That's okay, no? A UT. But usually, if this is our UT, then most likely there's going to be a UT uptrust and distribution, because if for our type 1 schematics, if this is going to be a type 2 schematics wherein we don't have an uptrust and distribution, this UT has to make a momentum, no, much higher than this equal highs. Okay, so with this one, although we already hit our entry at around 1.7 something, I still haven't entered, no, a position at this level. For shorting, we know now that the price has moved up. But what I'm telling you is how we can execute trade, and whenever we fail, no, we fail with a minimum loss and potentially a very high risk to reward ratio. This one. So we don't have an entry yet. I'm just saying it. Just for example, if you entered there and this is already your UT, just in case, and you entered at this level, all right, and of course your stop loss will be a bit above of that one, and this is your TP1. Just imagine now you have a 1:19 risk to reward ratio. But if we're going to lose, we're just going to lose this one. The problem here is that, for example, if your wallet size or your total capital, for example, is just for example, is just $1,000. Okay, $1,000. All right. If you bet, for example, just $10 for this one, then times 10, that's 100. Then, if once you reach this target, if you only bet $10 out of your $1,000, you're going to earn what? $200. That's already 20% of your what? Total capital. But most of the problem, especially to some of our new students, no, because they're not yet familiar with this one, instead of just, for example, if they have $1,000, instead of just betting $10, you can even do a little more, $15, but that's going to be too much. Okay, they're going to still what? Bet around what? $100, diba? 10% of their wallet size, or $50, 5% of their wallet size. That's really too much. All right. And of course, no, you're not yet familiar with the scheme. For example, you entered here, that's no problem. You're going to lose just how much? $10 out of your $1,000. But for me, I know that I'm not going to enter here yet because there's no a momentum upward move after this buying climax, after this secondary test. All right. I want to see more movement up to this level. But what I'm worrying about is that this is already our limit. Not really our limit, our entry. Our entry is at this 1.27 for the exact AB is equal CD. The exact AB is equal CD at this one, but the AB is equal CD reciprocal is at this level. So if this one will move further about 1.75, diba? That could be a little too much already because our 1.5 of leg BC, I think, was at this level. So that's going to be too much. But I just have to put that into consideration. But still, I'm looking for an upward move at least around 1.74 level. That's still acceptable. Alright. Then after that one, it has to make a downward move and just a retest, then show a sign of weakness. Let us see. So as you can see, no, I'm combining the smart money concept with our harmonic price action, no? But the most crucial thing here is to identify the bigger order block. Though we identify the bigger order block, that the order block at the left side will act as a strong resistance for this price to move down or even lower before moving up. We know that the price or the market is somewhat going to be bullish, at least even on a short term, right? Because of the break of structure we've noticed in the 1 hour time frame. But of course, we have to consider just in case there's going to be a potential bounce. But in case we fail, our trade plan will fail, we're only going to lose, diba? Not that much. But the problem is that others would be thinking, okay, so we lost really that much, but we were not able to get this big swing or big swing upwards, no? So it has to be mindset, no? You should not be focusing on the potential profit or the potential gain, no? The very basic, the most important thing about trading is whenever you execute a trade, you will lose just the smallest. All right? If we were not able to catch the big swing of this one, then that's okay. What's important is that we preserve our capital. But I think most of you were able to enter na. When I discussed this last night, the price was at this level. So I retested this one. Some of you, diba, entered at this level, at this point. Then exit at this one, at this level. And that's also what I did because I noticed that it's creating what? A white off at this level. So let's proceed. Okay. So it's making a move. Okay. So we are expecting, just in case there's going to be a double bottom at this level, especially now, or a double or a triple bottom at this level, especially now. This double top, there's a liquidity grab at this level, but we can still consider all of this as quadruple top. Move. Okay, so now we have a double bottom at this level. What we want, if this is going to be now our upthrust, which, diba, I don't think so, no? So I actually mentioned this to the other group, no? When I was discussing this, that I'm not yet convinced that this is our upthrust. There could be one more upthrust, but the only time that maybe I'll be convinced that this is already our upthrust and this is the test is once it makes a sign of weakness or at least a break of structure, no, on this one. Let's see if we're going to witness that one. So it didn't happen. It moved up here. So we still have what? A double bottom at this one, and a liquidity grab of that double bottom. And as a result, we just have a double bottom at this level of this one. Continue. So at this point, no, so it's just making what? A consolidation. This could be what? An accumulation or a distribution. But of course, as of now, our basis is this is a distribution. Alright? Distribution. So with that one, since we didn't observe any sign of weakness on this one, so I'm still looking for an uptrust and distribution for the market to move, no, from here to a higher price, no, grabbing all the liquidities on top of this one, those who made a short trade, and liquidate all of those to move up there, then just move down, then just a retest or a test of that spring or a UTAD, then could be a move down, then a last point of supply, then a sign of weakness, then a last point of supply. Okay, I think I use a different it should not be this. Let's just remove all this. Okay, we can still use this one, and here we can use the not the curve but the path. Okay, here right, path, that one. Okay, good. So it could be like this to this one, down to this one, then could be a test of spring. The test of spring usually is not really that deep, or diba, there's not too much gap, no, with that one, but because of that gap, there could be an imbalance or an order block that the price could retest, then move down. Okay, then there could be now a sign of weakness here, then a last point of supply, then sign of weakness, last sign of weakness, or just a test, then last point of supply, then the price could now move down. Of course, it could also make some accumulation again here, diba? Some accumulation here, at least until we break down of the structure of this previous structure, no? What if okay, then 1 2, so okay, at least a breakdown of this structure, no? Breakdown. Then after that one, there could be another some sort of accumulation at that one, but we're going to discuss that some other time. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, let's see what happened, no? Actually, there's a successful, okay, wipe off on this level on a lower time frame, even lower time frame. But after that one, it made what? This is we could say a bearish, no, wipe off schematic. But what we will be looking for is after that one, is it going to make a what? A bullish schematic after that one that can counterpart this one, and diba, instead of the price moving down, it could go up and make a breakout. I think that's what happened last night. Okay, so we still have what? Just a double or a series of equal lows. So with that one, no, I'm looking for a potential what? Uptrust and distribution. That is, and going to be my basis. Ayun, that's now our uptrust and distribution. If I'm going to label this, okay, so we have this as our why? What's happening here? Let me let me refresh. FTM reload, refresh. Masyado ba technical? Pasensya na, it's really technical pero bear with me, no. It's really important for you or for us, no, because yeah, to learn all these things. Where are we? Here, no, and we have this replay. Let's just take this, no, replay. Okay, and with that we have this. So test this one. This is your preliminary supply. After that one, we have the buy climax. All of this now, I'm going now, this is going to be discussed in our Discord, right? I'm just showing this, no, so that you'll have an idea of what we're doing here, and hopefully you'll find value on what we do. Then you could, okay, join our Patreon and our Discord, okay. It could be for Patreon, it's a monthly basis, and there's also an annual subscription that has some discount. But if you don't have a card, you will not be able to join our Patreon, but you can join our Discord, wherein all the materials available in Patreon and all the announcements, everything are also available will also be available in Discord. So that's going to be just a direct transfer instead of using card. So let me know. But if you're going to opt to just join our Discord instead of our Patreon, the membership for that one is going to be annual. But it's really very cheap, no? We will retain the $11 per month equivalent. So that's going to be $132 per year, no? Instead of because the new rate of Patreon is $15 per month, or 180 plus less discount for year. That's for Patreon. But anyway, let's proceed. Okay, so we have a buying climax here. Then after that one, we have an AR, auto rally. After that one, we have a secondary test. Secondary test. Hindi, tama. Secondary test. That one. Then, so on and so forth, no? So, this could be now our upthrust, UT. This one. Could be now UT. This is just a little bit above this one, but still, no, we could still consider that these are all equal highs, and there's really a chance to grab all the liquidity in these equal highs. That's why even when the price was still at this point, I'm expecting that the price could make a UT, upthrust and distribution. So upthrust and distribution. So basically, it's going to now be ready to distribute and push the market down just in case. Okay, so with that one, and after that one, we're expecting UTAD could also be a spring. This one could also be a spring, no? It's just they just changed the name for you not to get confused, that if our white off is for bearish, you use UT instead of spring. If our white off is bullish, they use spring instead of UT. Alright? So with that one, alright, then the price is already moving down. Usually there is a test, no? We are anticipating a test of UT. A test of UT, no? Ayan, so we have this, we can put it exactly here. Then the price move down. Then after that, there's going to be a test. Diba? The test could be this, the test could be this. Okay, but this time we notice that it's taking longer than the usual. Okay, so it's taking longer than the usual. Or let me delete this na. Than the usual, because usually after this one, there could now be just a test, then a move down to get the liquidity of the double bottom at this level. Then move down, then move up again, last point of supply, then sign of weakness, the last point of supply, to test the support level of this one. You have a resistance level of this one, support level at this one. At, as you can see now, if we set this as our resistance level, okay, this one, resistance level, this one as our resistance level, you can see, no, it's been breaking our resistance level when the price goes above this level. Okay, that's okay, but we now have to consider that, okay, there is now a somewhat a bit completed, okay, up to this point, no, at least up to this point, of wipe off, then we have to consider that, diba, I discussed last night about the range. So, it now has a new range, no? This could be your range, and this could be the range before that, before it went up. Okay? So, if that's our range and it tested our demand zone level, then we have to check that, okay, it might, diba? It might just retest your OB at this level, then move down. But, of course, if that will happen, what we now have is what? A preliminary support, diba? A preliminary support, then selling climax, then AR, then ST, then this could be a spring, a test of spring, diba? It is a spring, a move up, a test of spring at this level, then move up, diba? So on and so forth until it reaches this level. Then once it reaches this level, then we have to check, is this going to be now what? A sign of strength. Then once it moves up to this level and retest this level, this previous resistance going to be our support, then our trade plan is going to be invalid. Alright? That only means that the OB that we identified at this level on the left side, no, was not able to hold the price and to cause it to move down, but instead the price broke out of this resistance level, then makes a new high. Let's see. So this is what we're expecting to happen, no? Now, or we should observe to happen. If this is not going to happen, if we don't see a sign of weakness at this level, a break of structure of the previous low, then most probably, no, this range is holding up. Okay, so this is holding up. We have somewhat successful wipe off at this level, but only of this range. Of this range. We could say yan. Only of this range, no? Yan. And let's proceed. So as you can see, so it was looking good, right? So it made a breakdown of this level, but still it is in the overall range of this one. Because after the high of this, okay, so this is the high. After this one, this is the I think this is the low, then this is now our low, then this is our high. It's still within the range, no? So it just retested our what? Our demand zone several times, equal low. Okay, then we are checking for possible test of the OB of this one, and if that will hold up, then the price can move down, and that could be just the final test. But actually this is somewhat should be the final test already, no? So we're having some doubt on this one, but since we were able to enter at a lower time frame, no, we were able to enter at a higher price level, about 127 1.73 something. Okay, I use this as our stop loss level. So our stop loss here is now okay, so if we entered somewhere here, at that one. Okay, if we entered somewhere, baliktad pa rin. If we entered somewhere here, then we have some TPs here, but definitely our part, if we're this is something that we're going to learn, then your partial TP most probably is only at the low of this first wipe off schematics, no? Because as I mentioned, no, what could happen is that it could be successful at this level, then until it makes a breakdown of this one, we are not safe yet. So if that's the case, then we have a what? 1:4 risk to reward ratio if you entered here. So instead of our exit at the 1.618, this is the original plan when there's no price yet. This is the original plan. When there's no price yet, our entry is around 1.71 or 1.70. I forgot, or maybe we can do just between this one here. Then our cut loss is at 1.765, and our TP at TP1 at around, I think, at this level, no? This level. Yan. So as you can see, we only have a 1:3.5 risk to reward ratio. 1:3. Yan. 1:3.5 risk to reward ratio, which is not really bad because we're really looking at possible retest of the lower level about our final exit is TP2 is 1.30 something. Okay. Even though, for example, this is our TP1, you can see, no, the difference. If we will be successful and observing the price, what will happen? So what's the difference with this one? No? If you don't check this for your confluence, you could have just entered here or entered a little bit higher because some of you entered at 1.72. Yeah, of course, no, you're not yet familiar with this one. You just entered at a higher price level, but the problem, you don't really have yet a basis, but your basis is just going to be at the exit of 1.61 something. You have a good risk to reward ratio of 1:4.2. That's okay. But you can see, no, the difference. Now, you were able to enter here. I waited for the UTAD. I entered somewhere here. Alright? If we will be successful in our trade plan, on our first TP, I will have a 1:18 risk to reward ratio. Wherein you will only have 1:4 risk to reward ratio. But don't worry, no? You're going to learn this. Okay? This is going to be part of our webinar. What's the difference? Okay, the difference is that we all know, no? Our plan or trade plan is already invalid. The price went up. But what's the difference between us or if you will learn this approach? If the price will move down to this level, alright, if you bet $100, you're going to win $400. That's good. Alright? But if you're going to lose, you will lose how much? $100. No problem with that one. But the main purpose of this one is to minimize our loss. We want our losses to be, or if we're going to lose, we want to lose less than $100, right? So, if my target is also to win $400, with this one, instead of betting what? $100, I'm just going to bet how much? $50? $5? I'm going to check, let me check na lang. So, I'm just going to just bet $10. Alright? Or a little bit more, $10. If we're going to make it exact. Yan. $11, no? So, if my target is only to win $400, okay. If you don't know yet, no? So, if you haven't seen this yet, okay? So, you already have something in your mind, no? Okay, I'm going to bet $100 here. I'm going to lose $100. I'm going to win $400. Alright? Actually, mali pa nga eh. Tama, dapat nga, mali ang computation ko, it has to be mga $22. Sorry, not $10, not $11. It has to be around $23. Sorry. Okay. Alright. So, when we made the trade plan and this is not yet happening, alright, so your plan could be, okay, I'm going to invest this $100, then potentially, I'm going to have what? $400 as a result. But, upon learning, investigating, observing, and applying what you know based on our training courses that you're going to learn this month, of course, it's already March, no? Instead of investing $100 here or 100 points, no? If you're just doing a virtual trade, okay? I'm not recommending you to trade real money on this one, no? This is for practice purpose. So instead of, right, trading 100 points here, you're going to trade only what? When I compute, based on the computation, you're going to trade only 23 points. And of course, for me, if I'm going to trade $100 to have 400 points, then $400, then I'm only going to spend or going to lose only $23, no? $23, but I'm still going to earn $400 once our trade plan will materialize. And of course, as you know, if this will also happen, at least 1.35 or 1.4, okay, that's going to be your $100 going to be $700. That's really great, no? But my $100, my $23 will now be times 34. Times 34. Okay? So, my $23 is going to earn me $782, no? So, that's why it's very important for you to learn this. And of course, no, to follow strictly our stop loss. At least this is stop loss, no? Because some of you maybe, no, adjusted your stop loss, no, too high already, higher than the OB that was identified. So the more you move this in the market, move the other way, not will not favor your so you're really going to lose a lot, no? You're expecting just to win for $400, okay, but you are also what? Spending $400. Yan, like this. Alright? So, that's a bad risk to reward ratio. That's a bad trading strategy. That's a bad trading system. Now, so don't worry if you're going to lose. Anyway, when you lose, no, you're going to learn. Like for example, this one, hopefully you're learning something. We lost last night on this one, but we won big, no? Because we execute a long trade before waiting for, while we are waiting for the short trade. So we won here. But if you didn't execute a long trade, that's okay. You're only going to lose either this or this. You're going to lose this, 1765. You're going to lose this. Okay, so this is only going to be your loss, no? Not up to this level. So follow it tightly, no? Follow it closely, your tight stop loss at this one. Okay? But for those who's going to learn this one, you're only going to lose not $100 or 100 points. You're only going to lose what? 23 points. And of course, if this is still valid, for example, you entered at this level, then you made an exit at just above this one, then you're going to lose 1 point for that one or that much. Then you make another entry. If everything is still valid, then that's still okay, no? So what could happen is that you'll only lose 43 points or 46 points or $46 if that's in dollars, but in points $46 instead of 100 losing 100 points or $100 with this approach. Let us continue. Now, so as I mentioned, this is already what this is already a good a type 1 wipe-up schematic, a bearish type 1. But since it's not making or breaking a structure, or at least this structure, and diba, we check that this could be our range, and it's just testing the range, our demand zone, then there could be a chance that the price could move up to our OB. And the problem is that if everything is still valid, because as you can see at this point level, our good entry or sweet spot for entry is at this level and at this blue level. No, the price is already here. If the price will retest this level, we just have to we really have to hope that this will hold, because if not, then most probably the price will reach up to this level, although our we could say our stop loss is at this point. Although our stop loss is at 1.7656, but this is already too much for our harmonic price action to be valid. It could still be valid, but there's already a warning signal. So when I hit my stop loss at this level, I did not enter, no? I didn't enter. Let me check. I didn't re-enter when we hit our stop loss. Okay, no? Yun. So that's a good thing with that one, no? So actually, it didn't just test. Actually, it consolidated for a few minutes, no? About 12 minutes at this level in our OB. Then that's a good thing. If you set your stop loss at that level, then you are safe, no? Because the price immediately went up, shoot up to this level, and immediately, no, breaking out of our OB. Our OB is about 1.76. Eh. So, it broke out of this one. So, we're only going to lose to this level, no? Up to this level. Okay? If this is the case, then your loss is only at up to this level. Because if not, then you're going to lose all of this when it reach this level. Or even higher. Let's see, no? So, if you keep on adjusting your stop loss, then you've been losing a lot. You're going to lose a lot. Because the price didn't recover, no? For the expected or at least anticipated bear trap. Wait, keep on moving, keep on moving. Yeah, so it keeps on getting higher, no? Higher and higher and higher. But that is already above of this one. So you might be thinking, oh, the movement is parabolic, no? It could move down anytime soon. The RSI could be overheating or already at the overbought, but that's what we thought at this one. No? The price is parabolic, consolidated at this level. We're expecting the price to move down, and there's actually an OB at the left side, but it didn't happen. So there's no guarantee in our technical analysis. So that's why we have a strict stop loss, right? So in my case, I won a lot during this long trade, but I lose very small, no? On this short trade. You might think, oh, why did you exit, no? So why didn't you hold? The price is up to this level. Then, well, that's my technical analysis, no? I'm not doing trading or technical analysis to get all the swings, no? The big swings of the market. We have technical analysis. We have to follow it, no? What's important is that we'll be losing small, but we will be winning big. If we will target up to this level, but we have an analysis that the price could move, okay, that the price could reverse once it reaches this level, then why do you have to perform your technical analysis? Wherein you already said that most probably the price will move down, and the price already at that level, showing, at least during that time, showing some weakness, no? Showing some weakness, consolidation, then yet, no? You still continue to move, you still continue to hold it for your long trade. You could only do that just in case, no? In the first place, that your real bias is once it made a test of this one, is that it could really go up. And that this OB is just your TP1 or partial profit. Okay? So, you entered here, you will sell about 50%, 70%, 75%, then the remaining will ride the bullish trend if that's going to happen. Since that is not our analysis is that potentially, once that will happen, the price could reverse down to this level and even lower. Okay, now we're going to analyze, no? Why did it happen? What happened? Okay, now, this is now part of what's one of the most important thing about technical analysis, checking out, no, why this didn't hold, why the price didn't reverse back to the identified lower level, this level, and even lower level. Now, of course, we're not saying that it has to happen that way, but it's just a result of our initial analysis. Then we're going to check. Okay, but okay, before I continue, so as you can see, no, as you can see, so we have a bearish wipe off here, but it only lasted down to this level, It didn't make a sign of weakness, but instead, okay, what happened? It made a bullish, diba? Bullish wipe off. Okay, so instead of this one, we have a preliminary support, then selling climax, AR, test, a test, it could be here, test, then test, then a liquidation grab of these equal highs at this level, then move up to this level, then another test of our demand zone of this range, okay, or test of spring. As you can see, the spring is at this level, okay. This is still about lower than this one, or at least equal low at this one. Then moving up, then move up, then it made a breakout of this one. When it made a breakout, what? It attempted a retest of your previous high, and this is actually your LPS, no? Last point of support. Then continue to move up, then another last point of support, and continue to move up. All right. Then with this, no, so we're going to analyze now what happened. Why didn't the price reverse at this down to this level or to this level? This is the update that I posted in our Patreon. No? As you can see, this is a screenshot 2. This is a screenshot 3. Let's start first with the screenshot 3. So what could happen is this. Okay, at the screenshot 3. We have a big OB at this level. There could be a formation of a Gartley pattern. The important thing here is we have to analyze. Is there going to be a retracement? Where is going to be the retracement? This OB? Or somewhere here? Or is this going to continue to move up? Okay? So before that, we've shown, I also posted the screenshot too. Okay, so all in all, this is what's happening. We can observe, because white off can happen, diba? At all time frame. It could happen in seconds time frame, minutes time frame, hours time frame, daily time frame, monthly time frame, right? So we check at the 4-hour time frame, no? At this point, we could say this is already spring, diba? This is a secondary test as at point B. This is a secondary test. This is phase B. This is phase A. Okay? This is selling climax. This is automated rally. This is ST. Now, with this, no, it made a test of spring if this is our spring. So, we are looking for potential what? LPS. No? There could be an LPS here, or it could continue to move up, then still going to make an LPS at this one. No? So, we are looking for a potential retracement for our long and potentially, alright, reach this level or at least complete this level. Alright, since the market now, at least on a short term, is bullish, so with this, we will be waiting for the price to reverse first and look for an entry opportunity for a long, and this could be our TP1 and this could be our TP2. Alright, this is the actual chart. So that's why it's very important for you to understand market structure, how to read it properly. Remove this. And I think, okay, let's put this in 1 hour time frame. Okay, and let's just play this out. What's happening? Okay, still with this one. Okay, so as you can see, this is also now making a white off. So I have to investigate later. Is this, definitely this is a bearish white off, bearish white off. But the question is it going to also form a bullish white off once that is completed, just like what happened here? Or even if it's not completed, then to push the market up? Or could there be a sign of weakness to retest the previous distribution level? Or maybe there is some sort of here. Let me remove this one. This, well, anyway, it doesn't really make sense because we have this one, we have this one. We just have to check what's happening inside here. Maybe we can find it in 15-minute time frame. Yeah, something's happening here at the 15-minute time frame. So I have to investigate whether or not there's going to be a retest of one of these order blocks on this level, or if there's going to be now a successful after this one. So as you can see, there is no still okay, there could still be if phase 1 of type 1 white off schematic, we can still expect the price to move close to 1.9 level. Okay, because we are still at just at the double bottom of this part. Okay, because Ayan, UT, then attest. So, it doesn't make sense. So, most probably, there's going to be a move up to that level. Or, if not, I'm going to check if, uh, yeah, yeah, it's very likely that there's going to be a move up after this one. Up to this, to that level, no? To move up to this level. And let's see if that's going to be our successful write off. Then it's going to make a breakdown of this low, no? I'm not sure which of these two. Then after that one, then it could continue to successfully make a move up and a bullish write off with this one. Alright, alright. Okay, so I think we're good. So let me know if you have any question. Put it in the comment section. This is an FTM, no? FTM. Because this is our trade plan last night, no? For last night. So if you have any questions, no? And definitely we're going to discuss this in our webinar, this approach, no? One of the main, or at least two main goals of this approach is what? Compare these two, no? Compare these two. Compare it. Especially if our first TP is only at this level, and at this level, so try to make the comparison. With this, we are going to lose 100 points in order for us to win 200 points. But with this one, we're only going to lose 23 points in order for us to win. If this is 200 points, 200 points. So you can see the difference. We're going to trade, diba, that we're only going to lose the smallest, but our target is, diba, or going to win big. Right? Good entry po ba? No, it's not a good entry, no? So because I'm still looking for a potential move at this level, no? I'm not saying you have to enter, no? Because I'm still looking for, because there could be a liquidation grab. As you can see, no, there's an equal low at this point. This one, this low, and also this low. And this move down is just grabbing all the liquidation at this level, because there is what? A stop loss for those who execute a long trade at this level. Okay? So this is a liquidation. So what we want to see, just in case, is for this to make a successful move down below this structure, no? Below this structure and the close of candle. If that's not going to happen, so it's very likely that the price, after making that move, would make a move up. After making that move, then of course there's going to be some sort of, okay, some move here, yeah, a little move this level before moving up to that level to grab all the liquidation in this equal highs. Okay? As you can see, no, we also have an equal highs at this level, which was grabbed by this level. Since we have equal highs at this level, so most likely there's going to be a move up to this level to grab all the liquidation at this point. And as you can see, we also have a trend line here, no? So most of you already know about the trend line, especially this is a 15-minute time frame. We can use a 5-minute time frame. So what you would notice, no, if you are a typical retail trader, no, we have here a trend line. So most of the traders says that, okay, there's a trend line here, trend line. Okay, you can say this level, touch. Then most likely the price is going to move up. So there are lots of people now executing along at this level only for the market to move down. Then market also moved down. As you can see, no, it retested our trend line here. So people are now confused, or not really confused. We could say the people already made a decision that the market is going to move down. it's already bearish, no? Trend line, trend line, trend line, broke out trend line, then a retest of trend line. So most of people now here are what? Executing a short trade only for the market to move up after that one. No? Only for the price to move up to grab all the liquidities in this level. Okay, so we still have to check now. We still have to check. Is now our this is now our OB, because there's really no exact, no, there's really no way for us to determine the exact. That's why we have a very small, a very good risk to reward ratio, or very low risk in terms of our fund, just in case this OB that's not identified will not hold up. Then another OB that really that's another low OB lower than this OB at this level could hold the price, no? And that could be now, if that will happen, then there's going to be a successful wake off, at least only up to this part. Then the price could still move up, no? Until we are successful, or the price is successful to make a break of structure of from low, then high, then higher low, then higher high, then higher low. Then this could be higher high, ito higher high, then higher low, then higher high, then higher low. Okay, so at this point, it's only successful at this point of this higher high, but not yet successful at this higher high to higher low, this range, no? So that's why it's important for us to observe. It could be successful here, but we have to check it has to make a successful move down to this level, or even down to the lower level. So whenever it makes a successful break of structure, okay, now there's a successful break of structure here from this one. Okay, if the market will move up to grab this liquidity, then there's a chance the market could still continue to move down because of the successful break of lower high of this one. Because especially this is at what? 15-minute time frame. Okay? But the problem is that since this is already a break of structure, most of the trader will start trading short without knowing that the price could still move up to this level. Okay? Move up to this level before moving down again. Okay, so thank you so much. That's it. It's already 6 in the evening. Stay tuned. We will discuss this further in our webinar or webinars. Alright? In our upcoming webinars this month. Okay, so see you. Congratulations. Not only for those who won, but for those who learned, no? In our trade plan, who applied what they've learned in our webinars, in our courses, in our live streams. So thank you so